Hey guys, it's Erin, EW Wellness Solutions, and today we're going to talk about my favorite protein bar and or protein shake. And to help us do that, we're starting off with Duran Duran, Hungry Like the Wolf. I loved Duran Duran when I was about 8. I was going to marry one of the Taylors. I think there was like Andy Taylor, maybe a Simon Taylor. That was Simon Le Bon. Anyway, I was going to marry one of them. They just didn't know. It was a Roger Taylor. It doesn't matter. Nevertheless, protein bars, protein shakes, anything of that nature. What's my favorite one? Do you want to guess? None of them. I don't like any of them. I used to be hugely into the shakes, particularly. And then I sort of hit a wall with them. There was one brand in particular. I used to wait for the bag every month and the whole bit. And then it just really grossed me out when I realized how many chemicals were in them. And then when I realized how far away I was from actual food. And then I started, getting a bunch of education, and it just really became very apparent to me that it wasn't really food. Oftentimes when I get a new client in the beginning, I sort of have an order of importance with new clients. And it's depending on the client and like where they're at. But it's very predictable within the first week when they send me their food log. There'll be some sort of a protein shake or a protein bar. And, considering they were binging on sugar a week earlier, it's not as huge of a problem as, 5 pounds of bags of gummy bears. But we got to get those out of your daily intake because they're not really food. And we want to be eating real food. We want to be chewing real food. We want to be ingesting real food. We want to be in the outside of the grocery store, not in the inside of the grocery store. Have you ever looked in the back of a protein bar? That's about 47 ingredients. A lot of them have many, many syllables. A lot of funky things are in them. Some bars are better than others. Don't get me wrong. We'll get to that in a second. But in general, they aren't good for you. They should not be a regular thing. They are something I only recommend in certain instances, which I'll talk about in a second. But overall, we're not going to take it anymore by Twisted Sister. And the reason we're using that is because the title of the album is Stay Hungry. Get it? Get it? Get it? Anyway, so the protein shakes, I know bodybuilders love them. They also want to gain like tons and tons of muscle and then, show off. That was my pose. There's very specific reasons for using them. But a lot of bodybuilders now are leaning more towards, eating 3 pounds of chicken and stuff. So they're very different nutritional needs and philosophies and all in all people than I am. So when you're in a bind and you are in an airport and it is an end of days scenario, right? And it's either McDonald's or a Lara bar, I could tell you, hey, go get a Big Mac, open it up, eat the meat out. It would have some protein, have some fat. You might be okay until you can find some real food. Or you get the Lara bar, it'd have some nuts in it. Neither one is ideal, but every once in a while you're going to get in these situations, right? It's not great. It's not perfect. But in a jam, that's when these bars have a purpose. to have a bar around in the bottom of your purse or your bag for a quote-unquote emergency, when it's either that or you go 8 hours between meals and you know you're going to like inhale the entire mini bar when you get to the hotel. Sure, have half of the whatever bar it is, but try to get to real food as soon as you can. Don't make the shakes and the protein bars and the meal replacement things part of your regular old routine. There's no reason to. Unless you're, 95 years old and a doctor has prescribed you Ensure for some reason. So I don't have a favorite one. I don't really like them for most people. If you really, really like the whole shake in the morning thing, there are some meal replacements that are better than others. I have a very short list. I really like the Vega, V-E-G-A. You can get it at Whole Foods. Sometimes those are cool every once in a while. Like, I like them in the spring. They have very low sugar. So if I had to pick one, I would pick that one. But, I might have 3 in a month in May, and that's it. Because they just taste weird to me now. But when in doubt, eat real food. Hope this helps. And if you have any questions, let me know. And you can always reach me, Erin Wathen, EW Wellness Solutions. And have a good day. Bye.